that's for the younger kids, man. I've actually done investigations at 7:30 in the morning before.
Yeah.
I mean, it does not matter what time.
No, it shouldn't.
It
really shouldn't.
Wrong with that. I've gotten typically, and I'm not going to lie, and I'm sure Brad, you may even agree or not agree. But the activity that I typically get is normally around the time to, well, early mornings for one, around that time, 7 a.m. and even up to around 5 a.m. to around 8, but around not between 8 and 11 o'clock at night, typically when all hell will break.
Usually for us, if we start like at 7 or 8, it's usually within the first half hour is when you really get your best stuff, it seems like. And then it just tails off from there.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it's because you hit it, you walk in there, and, it's just like it's energy that's balling up. It does what it has to do, and then it fades off. And it takes a while for it to recharge back, just like your cell phone, just like anything else. So, I don't understand people that just stay there for, on ungodly hours just because they think they have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm packing up, I'm going home.
I'm finding
the
24-hour, around here it's Whataburger to get a taquito, go to bed, Dr. Pepper, and go to
bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, after a certain amount of time, either you got it that night or you didn't. Either it's happening or it's not, I'd rather pack it in, if you're there for a couple of days, hit it the next night.
And I don't know if you've experienced it before, but I don't know, when you do this for a while, you kind of become in tune with the environment. Not that I'm saying that you're psychic or anything like that, but just your natural being in tune into the environment, you can kind of tell when things are happening or something might be watching you or something's going to happen.
Sure.
And you can tell when it's totally dead. The atmosphere is completely different in both situations.
I agree.
The atmosphere
I
feels
do agree
charged. Mm-hmm.
I think after a while, you start thinking about investigating, and you start becoming more of the researcher, the investigator, and you start. I agree with you. And then after a while, for some reason, you can start to sense little tiny things that may happen, whether or not if there may be someone in that house or not someone in that house, or you might not be able to tell who, what, or why. But you can definitely feel an energy difference, and you pick those subtle differences up pretty easily.
Yeah, it feels
almost
like sometimes it just feels more exciting almost than other times, like a charge almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it only happens when it's not like the highest part is when you walk in and the lowest part is when you walk out. Sometimes you walk in and it's dead from the get-go, but then all of a sudden something rises, something piques your curiosity and your interest, and then something might happen. I mean, it's never on a certain schedule, it doesn't seem, but there's always a peak time and a low time, and your body can really feel it.
Yeah, I call it father-in-law syndrome, and I'll tell you why I call it that. I'll tell you why.
I love it.
Anybody who's been married, anyone who's been married or is married, has had this happen to them. Whether most of the times it's in the beginning of the marriage, typically, or the beginning of the relationship. You meet your new in-law, or you already know him, and you constantly go over to his house, and after a while he accepts you, and he hugs you, and shakes your hand, and invites you in for a beer, and
hopefully
smiles, and no matter how much he smiles, damn well he's looking at you saying, stay away from my kid. The whole time he's thinking that. That's why I call it the father-in-law syndrome. It's all good stuff.
That's cute. I like it. That's cute, Jay.
It is. But I think we have to cut to a commercial break real quick and get some words in from the sponsors so they don't get pissed off at us. So, Denny, why don't you take us to our commercial break and let those sponsors do what they got to do.
Rolling Hills Asylum. Located in East Bethany, New York, just minutes between two major airports, Rolling Hills Asylum is a hotbed of paranormal activity. They have been featured on Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures, Paranormal Challenge, as well as Sci-Fi Channel's Ghost Hunters. Rolling Hills Asylum has been named the #2 most haunted location in the United States by HauntedNorthAmerica.com. The property was established on January 1st, 1827 as the county poor farm. Throughout the years, it has operated as a poor farm, infirmary, orphanage, tuberculosis hospital, nursing home, and more. Past residents and inmates consist of widows, orphans, physically disabled, mentally unstable, murderers, and more. Over 1,700 bodies are buried in unmarked graves, and hundreds more deaths went undocumented. Rolling Hills Asylum is known for a plethora of phenomena, including disembodied voices.
Hello? Hello? Who's there? Whoa! What the? do believe in spooks. I do believe in spooks.
The historical Fort William Henry Conference Center and Resort is a proud sponsor of D.T.M. Wicked Radio. If you're looking for a relaxing getaway, the historical Fort William Henry Resort and Conference Center is your destination. Come enjoy the beautiful mountains, the gorgeous lake, and everything Lake George has to offer in upstate New York, right off the Adirondack Mountains. For reservations, you can go to www.fortwilliamhenry.com or call 1-800-234-0267. The Fort William Henry Resort and Conference Center is your destination for the perfect getaway. The Caring Coaching Center is a proud sponsor of D.T.M. Wicked Radio Network. What would it mean to you to have better health, more energy, more vitality, and an all-around better life? At the Caring Coaching Center, our mission is to be your partner in helping you reach your health, fitness, and lifestyle goals. We do this through a dynamic 6-month program that helps our clients reach their goals and their full potential. And it all starts with a free, no-obligation, 50-minute health history consultation. Just visit us at the www.thecaringcoachingcenter.com to schedule your free consultation today. Or you can go to www.dtmwickedradio.com, click the sponsor page, scroll down to the Caring Coaching Center tab, click on the tab and open up to the website to start your free consultation today. It's all here on dtmwickedradio.com. The historical Fort William Henry Conference Center and Resort is a proud sponsor of D.T.M. Wicked Radio.
Sup, everyone. Welcome back to Ghost Chat Radio. I am your host, the Paranormal Rebel, Jason Stanton, and with me I do have the Diva in the house.
Hey, everybody.
Nice. And we also have the wonderful guest of honor tonight, Brad Clinch, from Ghost Lab, and I believe he has some other projects, too, he's working on as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Basically, it's funny because, I talked earlier about, the benefit of being on Ghost Lab was all the cool, budget that we had to do some crazy experiments. But the one thing that was kind of intrinsic and kind of intangible was the fact that I got to watch how they film a TV show, from the camera angles to, cutting from A to B cam to the audio to how they edit it together. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I took that knowledge once Ghost Lab ended, and I formed my own, actually I just went out and kind of experimented and did some filming and, just on some investigations to see how I did. I actually formed a production company and did some top-rated, film, quality productions. It's so much so that the first one out of the gate that I did called Shadows on 66, and I actually did it with Chip Coffey, which I produced and directed it, was nominated for an Emmy this year.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't win the Emmy. I was nominated for it, but hell, to me at that point, a nomination is almost as good as a win.
Come on,
so,
that's an honor.
So it was really cool, and I was like, this is easy. It's storytelling, it's doing it right, and I do things like, it's obviously it's in the paranormal, but it's more of the storytelling. We still do our investigations, and we still have our method, but I do certain things that I didn't like on the TV shows. For example, on any investigation scene, there is no music, there's no sound effects, there's no anything like that, because you want the viewer to kind of be there with you in case something happens where they hear something or, they see something, and it's not always blown off in the special effects that pumped in there. So that's kind of a rule on my show it's called Strange Curiosity. I filmed that, go around the country filming that right now, and we have 3 episodes. Put it out on YouTube, put it out there for free. This is all out of my own pocket. So it's just a passion, and that shows because I'm not getting paid for it. It's costing me money, but I love it so much that who cares? This is my love, and this is the kind of thing that I do. which kind of that's what makes the films, in my opinion, a little bit better, because you're dumping this passion into it, as opposed to a lot of people in the paranormal who kind of have the limelight. If they don't have the limelight, they're not in the paranormal. They would have no interest, because it's not making them money. And but that's not me at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, and you see them come and you see them go. I mean, so much over